Hey friends, it's Courtney. If you're new here, welcome. So today's video is going to be a review and tutorial on the Natasha Denona Mini Zendo palette. And I've already primed my eyes with Urban Decay's eyeshadow primer in Eden. I also tight lined the upper waterline with Nabla's Cupid's Arrow in the black shade, which I believe is number 4. And I'm going to start with the color Bear, which is described as a matte pastel pink, but on my skin tone, I really feel like it looks more like a matte peach, like a pastel peach. And I'm taking a Delium Tools, I think this is a 777 brush. What is this? This is the Golden Triangle, so it's 787 brush. And just applying like a light wash of this color to the eye area, really focusing on creating, making this my transition shade. So I just want to do this really fast with a big brush. I'm going to lightly put it under my eyes and at the outer corner. I'm going to take the shade Uncovered, which is a matte dusty coral, on another fluffy brush, and I'm going to build up my crease. I have hooded eyes, so I usually put my eyeshadow on with my eyes open, and I'm really just working this color through the crease and a little bit onto the lid. And I'm going to take a smudger brush and smudge this along the lower lid. Now for the inner part of the eyes, I'm going to smudge the color Bear, which is that matte, the lightest color in the palette, the one that I think pulls very peachy on me. And yeah, I don't know, I always make weird faces whenever I'm doing things with my eyes, so that's why my lips contort all funny. I'm using the color Stark, which is like the deep, cool tone shimmering burgundy, which looks very much like a brown on me. And I'm just going to work this through the outer part of my crease, the outer part of the lid, and the outer lower lid, just right here, just a little bit. And then I'm actually going to switch back to the brush that I applied the matte dusty coral and just blend. And I'm blending in little circles at the outer corner of the eye because I want to kind of diffuse this a little bit. Okay, so now that that's on, I'm going to show you the disappointing color in the palette. It is called Daz, and it looks like it's going to be this beautiful golden, like peachy color with like a golden bronze overlay, but it just has no color payoff. So I hope you can basically see how it just is barely there and you can't really see much or do much with it. So what I'm going to do instead is switch to my favorite bronze, which is from Haus. This is by Haus Labs, and the color is called Frozé Bronzé. I'm going to put this on to the lid and use my finger to kind of spread it around. If I had long nails on, I would use a brush for this, but since I don't have long nails at the moment, I can kind of use my finger. Yeah, this color just is so much prettier and has so much more payoff than that color, which is just kind of terrible in my opinion. Okay, so I am going to apply mascara, put on my lashes, and I will be right back. I put on Velour Wood Eye Eyelashes, and I used the Kiss Lash Glue pen, which is awesome. It's so life-changing. It makes it so much easier for me to put on my lashes. I'm going to line the lower waterline with the LA Girl Super Bright Pencil. And I'm going to highlight with Nabla Ozone. I like to use whatever cheek highlight I use as my eye highlighter to kind of tie my look together. And this is a very natural looking highlight. So here is my finished look with the palette plus the Haus Laboratories Frozé Bronzé color, which I think is beautiful. It works perfectly with these colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the colors with my fingertips on my hand so you can see how they look when they're swatched. So this is Bear, which is like the the pastel peach matte, or at least on my skin tone, I feel like that looks peach as opposed to pink. This is the Dusty Coral, which both of these colors are great. They have great pigmentation. This is that color Daz that has like no payoff, at least on the lid. For me, I didn't feel like it had any payoff. It's probably a color that will only look really good if I layer it on top of the other colors. This is Stripped, which is the shimmery warm silver. This color has great payoff and it's beautiful, and I think it will actually make a really, really pretty smoky eye. And then this is the last color, which is stark and it's a burgundy, or it's described as a burgundy, but it looks like a brown on me. So these are the 5 colors in the palette. The palette is $25. You can get it at Sephora now. It is cruelty-free. I personally love picking up small palettes like this because it makes it easier for me to see color combos. So in particular, as you know, I struggle with neutrals and I often find it hard to figure out what colors to pair together. So I find that picking up little palettes like these that are like 5 or 6 colors make it much easier for me to see like good color combinations to put together. So that's why I love little palettes like this. And in particular, I really love the little Natasha Denona palettes because I think this is a great way to try her products. I end up picking up more of the little palettes than her big palettes. So if you are somebody who likes bronzy hues, I think you're going to love this palette. If you're somebody who likes corals or peachy tones, I think you might like this palette. I particularly find these colors to be very flattering on my skin tone. I often struggle with like straight orange or true orange, but like a coral or a peach, I have no problem with. People do complain about the amount of product that you get in these palettes, but I look at it from the flip side of how many times do you actually pan a palette? Like, in my experience, I've panned a couple palettes, but in general, I don't pan things because I'm always trying new things. So I appreciate the $25 price point and the smaller size. So I absolutely love this palette. I will probably always use it with the Haus Frozé Bronzé just because I love the bronze color with the pink and gold duochrome going on. I feel like it really brightens my eyes up and makes my eyes pop. I think this is a great everyday look. What do you think? Please be sure to let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share. If you are wondering what to watch next, check over here because I'll have something awesome just for you. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.